Third row.
Sandy Capriglione, Central Valley. First, thank you for appointing me to the Beautification Committee. I do my best to help out. First of all, this is hard for me. For many years, I was a Democrat, and after watching years of the way the Republican, excuse me, for many years I was a Republican, and the way the committee was run, it seemed that you couldn't penetrate it, you couldn't get on it. I was done with it. And last year I was proud to change my registration and become a Democrat. I have to say, after this year's local election, I'm no longer proud. It's always been my firm belief that in order to make an educated decision or to develop an informed opinion, that a person needs to gather as much information as possible, paying close attention to the facts, and thus preventing one from making false accusations and from jumping to conclusions. That said, even tonight, much has been made about the now infamous Timber Ridge flyer produced by the committee to elect Woodbury Democrats that was distributed just prior to the election. In my effort to get to the truth, I'd like to know from you, Mr. Burke, if you can recall any board meeting, or if any other of the board members here can recall any board meeting in which Ms. McNeil or Mr. Aronowitz approved the reassessment of Timber Ridge.
No.
Okay. So then, in fact, you're saying that as supervisor and as a Woodbury Democratic Committee member, you approved the release and distribution of a document that was totally fabricated, containing nothing but inflammatory lies. That is a question.
When a board, I'll try to answer this the way I see it. When a board appoints somebody, they assume the responsibility that they've done the proper review, asked the right questions, and hopefully the person that they appoint will follow through on the answers they gave. We just appointed a new assessor a couple of days ago. We interviewed upwards of 10 people, the whole board. It was a unanimous decision, but I will just speak for myself. I believe every question that we asked of all of the candidates, 10 or 11, whatever it was, were basically the same. We got our answers, and we chose the new assessor. Speaking only for myself, I assume the responsibility for her appointment. I'm only one vote, but I will assume the responsibility. If it turns out that the individual that we appointed does not basically follow through on the statements that were made to us, I only speak for myself, then I will have to accept responsibility for the answers we got and the vote I made to support that person. So if the person, if the new assessor goes about doing what an assessor can do on an independent basis, which they can do once they're appointed for a 6-year term, I still will have to accept that responsibility because I interviewed the person and I was one of the votes for her. That's the best way I can answer that question, Sandy.
Well, but that wasn't the question. The question that I asked was,